Welcome to a special program from WCTV. My name is Emily Kratzer. I'm one of the volunteers at the all-volunteer station, all-volunteer public access station here in Washington Township in Bergen County, 07676. We have special guests today, and we have a special celebration going on to mark the beginning of Ramadan. Our guests today are Sabah Khan and Bilal Aboud. So welcome, and tell us a little bit about what we can expect and why Ramadan is so important in the Muslim faith.
Hi, I'm Sabah Khan, the organizer of this event, and with amazing volunteers and support from our town, especially our Mayor Calamari and our honorable council members. They made this happen. I couldn't have done it without them. And so to answer your question, why is it important? It's important because during Ramadan, during this month, it's when the Quran was presented to Prophet Muhammad. So that's the religious aspect of it. And your second question was?
We know that Ramadan changes every year. Why is that?
Well, it goes by the lunar calendar. So every year we go about 2 weeks behind. So I remember as a child growing up, I would break my fast around 4:30. And now the worst was around 9:40, 9:30. So it's getting easier now. So it's getting better and better. And by the time my kids fully start to fast, hopefully it'll be around 4:30, 5 in the afternoon. So it's getting easier.
I have had a Muslim colleague, and the summer days were a long stretch.
Yeah, it could be tough.
Explain about the fasting.
So the fasting is from dusk till dawn. Basically, at dusk, before the sunrise, you kind of start your fast. That's when it's called sehri or sahur, is when you eat whatever you want, drink water as much as you can, but at sunrise you stop, and that's your first prayer, fajr. You do the prayer, you hold the fast, and you do all the prayers, the 5 prayers throughout the day, and then at sunset, it's called iftar, is when everyone gets to eat, and you get to eat anything and everything. But yes, you don't get to drink water all day. And that's the real test.
Yeah. But my understanding is that once you break the day's fast, you have a little water and a date or something sweet?
Yes, it's typically with a date, and it's because it kind of dates back to when Prophet Muhammad used to open, it's a sunnah, so whatever Prophet Muhammad did, and we kind of do that, it's a sunnah. So it's either water or date or both. So yeah.
Explain the word sunnah.
So sunnah is the way of, so basically the tradition of the Prophet, the way he used to, so during Ramadan he would break his fast, usually on a glass of milk or water, and a little date, because dates are very good in nutrition as far as sugar, get your body flowing again, and you don't want to stuff yourself after a long day of fasting. And remember, you're fasting from no water, no food, and also emotionally. You can't get your anger up. You have to calm down. You have to be, you can't take off all of the month. You have to be at work. You have to deal with all the worldly affairs and still try to fast and be steadfast. So the date is really just a tradition. It's not necessary. So sunnah is the way of.
Yeah, understood. And to build on what you've just said, it's also an emotional time of discipline. Yes. But I also wanted to ask, are there exceptions during the day for people who are Muslims?
Yes, and I can give you a great example. I have a special needs son who's now 13, and he's as big as I am. So I'm fasting one day, and Rayhan, his name is, he gets upset with me. And I say, Rayhan, stop. And at that point, I'm hangry, I'm not going to lie. And my mother-in-law is sitting there, and she says to me, she said, Sabah, the whole point of fasting is being humble, polite, and just spiritually uplifting your all the goods in you. And when I'm loud with Rayhan, my special needs, that's a big no. You rather not fast. God says you rather not fast. You take care of him with your best self. So that's a great example of why I can get a pass if I'm physically not able to do it, if I'm mentally not there. Then what we do is then give fidya to someone that's in need. It can be in a form of money or food, so they need to be able to buy groceries for the whole month and be fed very well throughout the month of Ramadan. So that's That's one of the things.
I understand there are health exceptions as well.
Yeah, so there are many health. If you're pregnant,
sick.
elderly.
So if you're sick, if you have a surgery coming up, you need to take medication, antibiotics, because the IV is going to break you fast. Older women, older children, if they're weak, children under the age of adulthood, they don't have to fast. So there's a lot of exceptions if you're traveling, actually. Sometimes I go on a business trip, I'm going 5-8 hours in a plane, I'm breaking my fast. So I have to make it up. And as you said, if you're sick and you can't fast the whole month, there's a way to pay. It's kind of like a charity tax. So you can pay to the poor. I mean, that's what I call it. You can pay to the poor, to the elderly, anybody in need overseas, and it could be any human being that the Creator created. Doesn't have to be just the Muslims in particular.
Right,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
a beautiful thing. We know that there are 5 pillars to Islam. You've mentioned about charity. There's faith, prayer, and pilgrimage, as well as the charity and the fasting. So I know there are some very beautiful goals in the faith that have to do with the way we treat each other as human beings.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So, like I said, this is very important to us as far as Ramadan. On a personal level, it's a way to give, you become grateful, you give gratitude back. On a spiritual level, it's like you're exercising. You want to go to the gym, you want to have a nice physique, you go to the gym 5 days a week, you work out. Spiritual, to me, this is like working out for the spirit, for the soul. You need to also work out your spirit. Can't be just all physical and worldly. On a material and worldly level, you learn gratitude, you give to other people, and gratitude is a big medicine to a lot of issues we have in our world today. Envy, anxiety, depression. The more you're grateful to the Creator and what you have and to other people, the less of those demons you'll have in our life.
I agree. It's very important to take stock of how lucky we are.
Yeah,
Yes,
and I think I want to say it does coincide with Lent, and I love that, especially this month. And this, we said that Ramadan is a lunar calendar, so for it to overlap and have the same means, the same reasons, I think that's great. That's perfect explanation of what Ramadan is.
And it also speaks to the universality of certain practices and rituals in every faith. Yeah. That goal of being a better person.
Yeah, so it's a kind of
Ultimately, yes.
Yeah, and paying homage to the Creator.
Yes.
100%. Yeah, our way of doing it is for 30 days, and there are other ways. But in every religion, it seems like we're practicing similar.
Right,
There are so many similarities.
So technically, this week, Ramadan, I think, correct me, is going to be like Wednesday or Thursday when the crescent is sighted?
So a lot, it goes lunar, so there's different calculations, but most likely it will start on Wednesday night, which means the first fast will be the 23rd, Thursday. So, but most likely that's going to be the day that we start, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, it's really nice to get the crescent lighted in anticipation.
Yeah, we're excited for that.
Right.
We appreciate it.
So the last day of Ramadan is called Eid, which is when you break the fast and you have a holiday. Explain a little bit about how the holiday of Eid is celebrated.
Good.
Well, the Eid is, it's basically like Christmas morning for a lot of our Christian brothers and sisters. A lot of gifts. So we wake up, you have to break your fast as soon as you're up. You have to eat with the family. Usually there's a prayer in the morning, Eid prayer. Usually during congregation, like at a mosque or a community center. And then basically just celebration. Like going to the park with the kids, taking the family out, meeting with the parents, family, relatives, stuff like that, visiting the sick at the hospital, stuff like that.
That's great.
Can I add to
Yeah, you
that?
can add to that.
Yeah, I feel like being here I was 10 when we moved from Pakistan, and Eid was jumping from one home to another. And I always want to give that to my son, and my husband and I both. And so we kind of make that an extra effort. After his Eid namaz, one of the cousins or we host a brunch, and then our goal is to go to both grandparents, go see all the cousins, and exchange presents. So then that's what Eid is. Get home at like 9, 10 o'clock, and by then, and we usually exchange. Kids get money on Eid, so they start counting from like the second they wake up. Okay, how much do I have now? And I remember what my grandpa used to do. He used to give us dollar bills. So if he gave us $5, I'd say, no, that's one. That's just a single note. I need more. Is that all you're gonna do? He would give me 10 single notes, and then I'd just look at them like, wow, I'm rich now. Go buy whatever. And so Eid is kind of celebrated in 3 days. Here we need to go back to our lives and our schools and everything. But day 2 is what I make my son. Then I'd say, okay, whatever money you have, let's go shopping. So he goes and shops and sits around his presents, whatever he wanted. So that's what his Eid is.
Yeah. We are going to talk about Ramadan and being a Muslim, what it means to 3 young people who are very faithful. We'll start with Yusuf. Tell us a little bit about what Ramadan is and why being a Muslim is important to you.
I feel like Ramadan's kind of, well, it is important to me because it's like a way to live your life and follow like almost the way of like God almost, and follow like, you know, almost be a good human being and follow in the footsteps.
Very good. What is the best part of Ramadan and what's the hardest part?
I feel like the hardest part is definitely fasting because you can't eat water and food from sunrise to sundown. And I feel like the best part about Ramadan, I don't know, it's probably the celebration. It's called Eid al-Fitr, and it's like almost getting a community together and eating together.
Yeah.
So that's probably my favorite part.
Very good. Muhammad, tell us a little bit about being a Muslim and about Ramadan.
So being a Muslim to me is more of a way of life, and it is a religion, of course, but it helps guide you through everyday life. Things like sitting down here and talking, or things like playing a sport or doing anything. It's applicable to every aspect in life, and it allows me to, and allows all other Muslims, brothers and sisters, to live a nice, healthy, and happy lifestyle, having a good connection to God.
Yeah, very good. Now, Ramadan is especially holy. We understand that. What's the hardest part of Ramadan for you?
To be honest, the hardest part for me is probably after school and still fasting, because I continue training I'm a fighter, so I continue training for sports 6 days a week. So it's hard, but it's more mental than physical, I believe.
Well, I admire your discipline.
Thank you, thank you.
What's the part about Ramadan that you look forward to?
The fasting aspect of
You
it.
do look forward to fasting.
I personally really enjoy it. It's fun.
Yeah.
I really enjoy it. It's a challenge, but one, it gives you a lot of confidence in yourself that knowing that you can go through it and push through it. And the food at the end is always a great gift, and it is a test from God. It is a test to see if if you can go through it or not.
Very good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful
So,
goals.
I'm blessed to be able
Beautiful
to do all this stuff.
goals. Yeah. Why don't you hand the microphone to Medina? And Medina wants to talk about the fun part of Ramadan. Go for it.
The fun part about Ramadan is Eid at the end of fasting and stuff, because you wake up and you get gifts and like your family, and you see your family, and you just get like, it's a fun day. So you can really we usually go to like this kids place where you can like hang out with your cousins and like jump around. So it's a lot of fun because it's just like a chill day.
Very good. I appreciate you guys taking time to talk to us.
Thank you.
It's really wonderful to see the participation of the adults and the kids.
Thank you.
Now we're talking to the folks from Primo Hoagies. Introduce yourself and tell us what you've brought to today's celebration of Ramadan.
My name is Jeff Bodette. This is my wife, Elisa Bodette. We are the owners of Primo Hoagies in Allendale. And we brought today some fine sandwiches, some custom-made turkey, roast beef, chicken cutlet sandwiches. We have plenty of Italian specialties at the store. Brought some Primo chips, as you can see, our own blend of Primo Hoagies, hoagie-flavored chips. So we hope everybody enjoys. We're at 57 West Allendale Ave in Allendale, right in the Acme Shopping Center.
We're talking now with Zaki Khan, and he's going to tell us how you say or how you give a proper Ramadan greeting. What are the words you use?
You say like Ramadan Mubarak and like that sign over there. You say it to like the people who come. You like gather up with your families. If you see anybody, you could say like Ramadan Mubarak, and that's like Happy Ramadan to anybody.
Yeah, very good. Do your friends at school understand about Ramadan?
Yeah, in 3rd grade, I was fasting, and every time I went to lunchtime and I saw food, my classmates were like, don't get hungry, you got this, fast for the whole entire day, you got this.
Aw.
And then I was like, okay, I won't get hungry and thirsty, I can do this.
That's great. I'm glad you have the support of your friends. Super. That's
Yeah.
super. Thanks for talking with us, Saki.
All right, you're welcome.
Enjoy
right.
Ramadan. Here's another one of the sponsors. Give us your name and your business.
So my name is Neha, and my business is actually called Bombay Hut, and we're located in Waldwick, New Jersey. We deliver here. We have donated today vegetarian samosas. We have Indian chai tea, and we also have rice pudding for everybody. We just want to say Eid Mubarak, and I hope Ramadan goes wonderful for everyone.
Yeah, thanks for sharing and thank you for coming and supporting it.
Thank you.
I'm an 11th grader. So he's doing really well, and he's like loving math, and he's doing really well.
Okay. Rosie, here, light them up, and you can give them to the kids that are here now, okay?
Wait, so we have to.
See all the kids who are here? Go give these to the kids that
so
are
we
here.
leave them off?
No, you can put them on so they have it.
Do you want any help?
Yeah, when we cross the street, you'll help us come carry one of these across the street, but make sure you give these to the kids who are here right now.
Now we're talking with some more of the sponsors for today's Ramadan event at Washington Township. Would you introduce yourself and
Hi, yes, my name is George Barreto from Goosehead Insurance. We are brokers from Mountain Lakes, but we do business in all over the 50 states.
Mohammed Kandil, Goosehead Insurance, Kandil Hindi Agency. Yep, we're based out of Mountain Lakes, but we do business all over. We are licensed personally in New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, but we can have insurance written in any state we do business. We work with a lot of carriers, 30 plus carriers, so we're able to shop around, make sure you're properly protected for the best rate. And we're super excited to be here today for the Ramadan event. I'm super excited for Ramadan in general, so I think this is a great way to get the community together to celebrate and kind of kick it off.
Hi, Summer Hindi. Everything that they pretty much said also applies to me, but definitely excited to be here. I think it's an awesome event, and I know it's the first time they're doing it in Washington, so excited to be here, excited to see how everything goes. So far, it looks so good. Everybody's been great. It's a good vibe already, so I'm excited to see where it goes.
And hopefully for so many.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Went up to our honorable council members and I proposed to them, and here we are today lighting up the town. It's a dream come true. Yeah. And thanks to each and every one of you, because I texted you and I said, do I have your support? And every single one said yes. And thanks to all of you, this wouldn't have happened if you weren't there with me. So can I have Usher up here? This is my husband, Usher Khan. To explain a little bit about what Ramadan is, just the gist of it. We'll keep it very short.
Hello. Thank you all for coming. When I'm fasting in the office, oftentimes people ask me, what is it like? So I would just take 2 minutes to say what Ramadan is. So essentially, Ramadan is the 9th month of Islamic calendar. Islamic calendar is a lunar calendar. The difference is lunar calendar has 29 days and 30 days. So what ends up happening, every year, it goes back by 10 days. So this year, Ramadan is starting next week. Next year will be actually 10 days earlier. So that's how it shifts. So we get to enjoy all season and all times. Now, talking about times, when do you start fasting? Fasting is from the from dawn till the sunset. It's not the sunrise, it's dawn. So our first Ramadan, first Rosa will be around 13 and a half hours. And the last one will around 14 and 40 minutes. So it's gonna gradually increase. So what do you do during Ramadan? Yeah, we know you don't eat. So no eating, no smoking. People who smoke, they have to stop smoking. No intimacy, yes. I mean, no medicines. If you take medicine, people actually take medicines off hours. But Ramadan is also giving Ramadan is not mandatory for certain people who are actually sick or need medical attention, moms who are feeding, or if you're pregnant, so you're not obligated to fast. So you can actually not fast and give charity instead. So Ramadan is all about sharing good deeds, sacrifice, which is appetite is one of the sacrifice, and a lot of charity. But thank you all for coming. And one more thing, since we actually start going back 10 days, in 2023, just a fun fact, 2023 Eid, which is the last day of Ramadan. By the way, I forgot to mention, there are two Eids, two holidays. One is at the end of Ramadan, and one is right after Hajj. So those are the two major holidays in Islam. So Eid will be at the end of the Ramadan, and the second one will be the end of Hajj. So we celebrate it. And in 2023, Eid will be very much around Christmas time. So looking forward to it.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Want to give a great thanks to Saba Khan for putting this together. Let's give a big round of applause for Saba. I've only been in town for 2 years, and I've known Saba because we met at Tesla one time. And she tells me, "Hey, what do you think if we do this lighting?" I said, "You got my approval, hands down, 100%. Look at all these neighboring towns that have been doing it for years." My wife and I came here with our kids 2 years ago, and we didn't know really we were part of a Muslim community. We didn't have a Muslim community. But I want all the kids, I want my daughter over here, look around. Look at all the kids that are joining us today and all these great families, Muslim and non-Muslim, our American neighbors as well.
Our Councilwoman Daisy, because she's the one that I contacted, and I said, "Daisy, how about we do this?" And she made this process, and our Councilman, Mr. Sears over here, I brought it up to him, and everything happened because of them, right? So thank you so much.
Thank you, Saba. Thank you, everybody, for coming. I just want to, on behalf of the mayor, he sends his apologies. He was unable to attend due to a family situation, so he just wanted me to share a couple of words. He wanted to thank you, Saba, and the community for inviting us to this wonderful celebration. We're glad that we could be of any assistance to you. You've done a tremendous job. Look at the crowd you brought, so great job, Saba. And
They brought me here.
Happy Ramadan, everybody.
Alaikum salam. Welcome you all to our community. It's been long overdue. It's amazing the amount of people that are here today. I wish you started this a long time ago. You are an important part of our community, and thank you all for coming today.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, guys, it's time to light up our crescent, okay?
Hi, my name is Zaki. I'm 10 and I'm in 4th grade. So when I was in 3rd grade, I was fasting, and then everybody was like helping me not getting hungry and thirsty. And I was like, okay, I can take this. And they were like cheering me on, trying not to get me hungry. And I was just doing my best. I tried my best not getting hungry. Thanks
to Mrs. Breen?
Yeah, thanks to my Mrs. Breen, my 3rd grade teacher.
Woo!
She helping me get through all of this fasting.
And all your friends?
Yes. Everybody in my class helped me. So thanks.
Ready? 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Thank you guys so much. We'll have you all inside cozy with some nice warm food. We have samosas, empanadas. Primo Hoagies is here. So Bombay Hut, thank you so much. All of our sponsors, Ali Jaludi, Fawad Khan with Khan Law. We have our little chef right from our town with some desserts. So all the support, all the love that we have, I just can't thank you all enough. There are so many more sponsors. Check them all out right inside.
Here we are at Washington Township celebration of the beginning of Ramadan. We're talking with Sonny, who runs a Little Chef. Talk to us.
Yeah, we have this business for over 3 years. We have everything halal, homemade style. It's very good. The taste is not like different restaurant, not frozen stuff. Everything's fresh. We do it from scratch, and we do good business. I would try.
I can tell you're doing good business. You
I
see
try.
the crowd around the table here.
Yeah, of
and
course.
if people are interested, they can find Sonny and Little Chef down at our shopping
Yeah,
center.
we have our business card and our menus, so you can find us easy in Google, do reviews, anything.
Thank you for coming and thank you for
You're
supporting
welcome.
the Ramadan here today.
Thank you. Thanks so much. Happy Ramadan.
Now we're talking with Adam, who lives in Woodcliff Lake, I believe, and he's here to help celebrate the beginning of Ramadan. Tell me, Adam, what does Ramadan mean to you?
What it means to me is to get closer to God and to mostly just like get closer with like your family and just, you know.
How about fasting? Is that hard?
Well, in Ramadan, God makes it easier to fast because if you notice that it's harder to fast on other days and not Ramadan, so I think that's probably one of the easiest parts.
What's the fun part about Ramadan?
I think the fun part is probably Eid at the end because you get to spend time with family and you get gifts and it's just really fun.
Excellent. Well, thank you for coming to Washington Township and helping us celebrate.
Thank you.
May you have an easy fast.
Thank you.
Brownie? Ahmad, who is going to tell us about why is Ramadan significant to you?
I think it's significant because, like, you know, it gets me close to my family. Like, you know, we're all fasting, so like we're all in like the same boat. So.
Is it hard to go from dawn to dusk without food?
No, I've been doing it for a while.
How old are you now?
I'm 13, but I'm turning 14 in like 2 days.
Excellent, congratulations. It's a wonderful time in your life to be able to be with your family and your community. What's the best part about Ramadan?
You know, I mean, you know, just getting ready for dinner, you know, like waiting up till it, and then like dinner finally comes, like it's time to eat dinner. That's exciting, you know.
Do you like dates?
Yeah.
They are sweet.
Yeah, I know.
Do you usually have dates from day to day, or is it just special during Ramadan?
It's special during Ramadan. Yeah.
Good, very good. Well, I hope you have a good time with Eid as well when they break the fast.
Thank you. You too.
All right, now we have got an impromptu media corner going here with WCTV. I'm Emily, and this is John Snyder, famous person with Pascack Press.
I'm not that famous, but I am with Pascack Press. Hi. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again,
Such
too.
a fun time.
Well, tell us about what this Ramadan celebration means to you and to the town.
Well, first I'm here covering it for Pascack Press, and we're delighted to help tell community stories wherever we can find them. This is certainly one of the biggest get-togethers I've seen in years, you know, since the pandemic. This is such a robust, fun feeling of getting together and celebration. It's a thrill. I'm thrilled to be here.
Yeah, and that's the fun part about covering the local community.
Yeah.
You get into it, you know the people.
Right. Well, you certainly know more people than I do. I dart in and out, but you're sort of there, tough for the long term. I love what you guys do.
Thanks. Yeah, buttered up the other half of the media. Now we've got a fan club thing going on here because John and Michael, they get into the community and they give us great coverage.
Well, likewise, we count on you to tell us what's going on, and then we go out and do our little thing.
All right, have fun here, John.
Thank you. It's so much fun. You can't really capture the excitement. There's love here, so I'm happy to be here.
Very good.
Thank you.
So I'm going to wrap up, remind everybody, I'm Emily Kratzer with WCTV. You can join us as volunteers anytime, wctv.us. This has been a special presentation with Ida on camera. Thank you, Ida, as ever. And we will see you around not only Washington Township, but exit 168.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it, guys.
Thanks a lot.
Hopefully this will be a yearly event, so that would be fun.
Yeah, I think so. I'm having a moment right now, honestly, because this all is because we want to just share this, you know? And this kind of sums up the reason behind the whole running around, the proposal and everything, because we just want to share this,
Yeah, you
right?
guys are great. Really, really
And
appreciate
to
it.
put this message out, and you've just checked off, I'm
Yeah.
fulfilled, you know?
Cherry on top.
Wonderful.
Thank you so
Very
much.
good. We hope
Thank
the
you so
community
much.
will enjoy it too.
Yeah,
Thank you
yeah.
so much.